Well, hello everyone. I just want you to know that in these past couple of weeks, I have been working diligently to record and re-record and redo a lot of my lessons. Unfortunately, as you know, I've been having problems with my computer all year. I couldn't get any of the tries to upload. I tried many forums, so now I have gone to, as my son would say, becoming a YouTuber. I have missed you all so much. I wish that I got to see you daily and do a while you wait and all those fun things you guys like to do. But I have to do a couple lessons for you. I'm about a week behind, so today I am going to record and upload at least 2 lessons. Before we get started, there's some general things that I want you to be aware of. Number 1, if you have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick, the Colonial Williamsburg channel has made itself free. So you can go on and search Colonial Williamsburg. And the other day I watched a conversation with Martha Washington. There's one with James Madison I've seen. You can take a virtual tour of a lot of the buildings in Colonial Williamsburg, see them make gingerbread, all sorts of stuff. If you find something cool that you think I might enjoy on that channel, please send me an email. I think that even with all this craziness, the easiest way to get in touch with me is still going to be by email. For assignments, I am going to have some note pages and things that you can fill out, crossword puzzles, things like that. I am going to put them on view, and I'll open a Dropbox until the end of May, so you can drop everything back in. What else? Oh, Mr. Betts, you know I love to watch him. His channel has a lot of resources for us. Our first lesson is on the Articles of Confederation. He has a few videos about the Articles of Confederation. I believe that Kesha is, it's to one of Kesha's songs. For our intents and purposes today, we need to go over the Articles of Confederation and the weaknesses of. This is something that we already did in class before we ended. This page 3 in your binder is the Articles of Confederation notes. On the back, we had the what was great about it and what was not so great about it. This should be filled out in your binder. It's page 3, but I just wanted to go over these notes quickly so that it would refresh your memory. The Articles of Confederation were written after we declared independence from England. The war was still going on, but the men in charge of our country said, wow, we need to come up with a plan of government because we may actually win this war. So they put together a document called the Articles of Confederation. The only problem was that it wasn't a very good document. It wasn't going to work for our new country. It provided for only one branch of government, no common currency. It didn't have anybody to make anyone pay taxes or obey the laws or anything like that. So there were 5 major weaknesses that you need to know about. Again, this is all from page 3 in your binder. The first weakness was that it provided for a very weak national government. We know today that the national government supersedes the government of the states, which means it's more supreme, it's higher. Well, back then, states wanted to keep their own identities. So they wanted their states' rights to be more important than what was important for the whole country. They were still thinking as 13 separate countries, basically, instead of one United States. Virginia was a very large colony, very politically connected. If you think about it, 4 out of the first 5 presidents came from Virginia. Very wealthy colony, and they didn't honestly care what was going on in New Hampshire or New York or places like that. They were concerned about their own economy and what happened in Virginia. So they didn't want to give up control of their own state. They wanted to control their own affairs. The second problem, Congress had no power to tax or regulate commerce. So I could make Congress would say something like, hey, I think it's a great idea that you send tax money to the federal government. And the states could say, yeah, I don't think so. And they didn't have to send it. There was nobody to enforce the fact that they needed to send tax money. Also, any powers that were not expressly written down in ink, were given to the states. So we talked about it earlier. I think Benjamin Franklin said, wow, there's no way you can write down all of the rights that people have or that the national government has. Are you going to write down that people have the right to turn over in bed at night? Are you going to write that they have the right to go fishing on nice days? There's no way. So anything that wasn't expressly written down in the Articles of Confederation was given to the states. Some of those things that were expressly written down in the Articles were that Congress could declare war, they could declare peace, they could command an army and a navy, and handle foreign affairs. Congress could make laws, but could not make the states follow the laws. They could levy taxes, but there was no way to collect the taxes. So these are problems. Congress's authority was very limited. The third problem with the Articles of Confederation was that there was no common currency. So the currency was by state. If I was a tobacco grower in Virginia and I sold some tobacco to someone in, let's say, Rhode Island, well, they would pay me with Rhode Island money. Well, I don't want Rhode Island money. I can only spend Virginia money. So that was a problem. Cotton was another issue. Those colonies that were selling a lot of cotton were starting to sell it to the north and for them to make into textiles, and they didn't want that money from colonies in the north. So that was a problem. Congress gave each state one vote. That meant there were 13 votes total. This was meant to make each colony equal, which I guess is a good idea to make everyone equal to some. But the big state said, oh, well, that's not fair because we're a lot bigger. We have more people. We should have more votes. And remember, you needed 9 out of 13 states to agree to get anything to pass. So chances of that happening was very, very limited. Not many laws would be passed if 9 people had to agree. Remember when we studied the New England colonies, the Mid-Atlantic colonies, and the Southern colonies? And we said there were 4 New England, 4 Mid-Atlantic, and 5 Southern. Well, think about getting the 5 Southern to agree with the 4 New England colonies, and all of them to agree on one law for it to pass. Chances of that happening were slim to none. Many people thought that representation should be based on population. So, of course, that's something that they will talk about when creating the Constitution. The fifth problem with the Articles of Confederation was there was only one branch, the legislative branch. That's Congress, so they can make laws. No executive branch. The executive branch is the one that enforces or carries out the laws, and no judicial branch. The judicial branch determines if those laws are fair and interprets the laws. They're the ones that let you know, yes, you broke a law. No, you didn't break a law. Yes, you were right. No, you weren't right. And without those 2 branches, there was no one to carry out the laws, to enforce the laws, or to make sure that the laws were fair. That is the end of our first lesson that I was actually supposed to give you last week, but now I'm just uploading it now. I hope that this was just a review for you and you enjoyed it. I am going to put this on my YouTube channel now, and then I'm going to go to view and add the link for the YouTube channel so that you can get on. Okay, I will see you guys in a little bit with another lesson on the Constitution, and I hope everyone's doing well. Just know that I miss you. Stay home, stay safe, and hopefully we'll get through all of this as soon as we can. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.